The Michigan Football Report is presented by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com. Use that promo code GOBLUE. Want to ask you guys this question. Where does this Ohio State win on Saturday rank all time for you as a Michigan football fan? So think back to all your years when you were younger, when you were whatever it is. Where does it rank for you all time? I'm having a tough time not ranking it number one. Now, there's a few other wins that I think are of the similar vein. The domination level of Michigan against quality opponent came as such a surprise. Two that come off the top of my head, certainly 2006 Notre Dame on the road, 1997 at Penn State. Both those teams were ranked, I think Notre Dame was 2, but I think Penn State was ranked number 1 in 1997. Ohio State ranked number 2. Michigan got the 22-point win over the Buckeyes in their stadium. So let me know where this win ranks for you guys all time. Let's put number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever it is. Make sure you head over to manscaped.com this holiday season for some great stocking stuffers. Manscaped.com. Promo code GOBLUE, 20% off and free shipping. I am your host, James Yoder. It's the Michigan Football Report by Chat Sports. We are going to dive into some stats, some statistics, some really interesting trends around Michigan football's defense and such, all based on the questions that you guys have asked me either in the comments or on social media, Facebook, Twitter, since the big 45-23 win on Saturday. First question, first statement, comment from Harry Wood. What kind of name is that? Harry Wood. I think Harry Wood needs Manscaped. Hey, Harry, you're going to be clean wood. You're going to be trimmed wood in a few minutes. But they outcoached Ohio State. They don't need to out-recruit them if they can beat their ass, although this will cause Michigan to level the playing field for the foreseeable future because they are the tougher, better coach team. All right. We talked about Ohio State last year. I said after Coleridge Stroud was complaining about the flu, was complaining about players being sick, the weather, I renamed them Ohio Soft University, okay? And now as we are a year later from that 2021 snow-filled, but not like a blizzard game, CJ Stroud, I've got the flu, yet I still got on the bus with all my teammates, could have infected them, who knows, it could have been the coronavirus. I will say this. Rename alert confirmed. Last year it was rename alert Ohio Soft University. This year it is rename confirmed Ohio Soft University. Look, folks, in just a few years, Ryan Day, the head coach, we're going to call him Coattail Riding Ryan. He has revamped Ohio State from one of the few NFL complete powerhouses, football factories in all of college football, as tough as you can get. Devastating defense, mauling offense, great ground game, devastating passing game. He has turned them into an air raid team straight out of the Big 12. It reminds me, I said this earlier today, I said Ohio State reminds me of Texas Tech under Mike Leach, but with just top 100 players across the board. Ohio State University, the Ohio State University, is now the Ohio Soft University. Next question coming in from Justin Manning. He says, I'm pretty sure old Jimmy just called his best game as a coach, and I don't know if there's any doubt about that at this point. I mean, the fact that Blake Corum didn't play. Let's not even talk about Blake Corum. How about Mike Morris? As far as I can tell, he only played a few snaps. I haven't really looked at the whole snap count just yet. But what a game by Jim Harbaugh. And you see these pictures of him walking in the stadium. He's kind of got one of these on his face. It's like he knew what they had. That jump pass from Khalil Mullings, the absolute domination on the ground in the fourth quarter. So this is up there, as I said, one of the great wins for me. But I want to know about coaching. What do you think was the best coaching game in modern Michigan football history? Let's just say like mid-90s till now, 30 years or so. This past weekend versus Ohio State, 2 versus 3, a 22-point victory. Or number 1 versus number 4, 1997. Charles Woodson and company go into Happy Valley and dominate. Number 1 Penn State. Final score was 37-8. I still remember that. I was a kid. I was younger, but still one of the games that resonates in my mind. Close third might be that 2006 Notre Dame game when they were ranked number 2, second weekend of the season. Go ahead and type OSU down in the comments. I'm going to pin this comment down below the video. OSU or PSU, which of those games was a better coach game for this program? I don't know about you guys, folks, but I am never going to forget this 2-year run. Now, I look back at some of our content from the spring, the summer, into late weeks of August, and I said, This is a 2 or 3 year run that you've got to just embrace. You've got to just love because you never know when you're going to get it. Michigan's got a chance on Saturday to go 13-0 for the first time in program history. It's never won 13 games. Now, it's a little bit of a slanted stat, right? The 12-game seasons only existed for 15, 16 seasons, and conference championship games have only existed in the Big Ten for just about a decade, a little bit over a decade. So there have been a ton of opportunities, but nevertheless, 13-0, you're going to be favored into your semifinal. You win this game, you'll be favored in any semifinal you play, I believe. So you'll likely be 14-0 if you take care of business. You'll be playing the national championship game on January 9th. And you know what, folks? On January 9th, you might be playing a little national title. You're trying to get the national title at home because Manscaped might hook you up with a little bit more action down below the way. We called about Harry Wood earlier in the show, the commenter. Harry Wood needs to get the Lawnmower 4.0. No, that wasn't a plant by any means. That's an actual commenter on my social media Twitter account. Check out this bad boy. The Lawnmower 4.0 makes an amazing stocking stuffer. You also got Weed Whacker ear nose trimmer from Manscaped, crop preserver, ball deodorant. They've got the Manscaped, I have them over here, Boxers. I'm wearing these right now, the Boxers 2.0. They are some of the most comfortable items of clothing, let alone boxers, that I own. Male grooming has just taken its level up a few notches with Manscaped. Make sure you go to manscaped.com. You want 20% off and free shipping. You've got to use promo code GOBLUE. Manscaped products make a great stocking stuffer this holiday season. So let your friends and family know to use promo code GOBLUE, no spaces, GOBLUE, for 20% off and free shipping this holiday season. Tell them to go over to manscaped.com, hook you up with the Lawnmower 4.0 or any of their dozens of male grooming products. We love Manscaped here. Link down in the comments and the description of today's video, but you got to make sure you use that promo code GOBLUE for 20% off and free shipping. Josh Johnson, he's not Harry Johnson because of Manscaped, says, Minter has blown away my expectations. He's made second half adjustments all season long. Never over his skis. Great win today. And so this is from the post-game comments on Saturday. Michigan 45, Ohio State 23. So take a look at this defense that Jesse Minter has put together. The Broyles Award finalist, the first-year defensive coordinator at the University of Michigan. Only his second year as a defensive coordinator really overall. He spent 1 year as Vanderbilt's DC in 2021. Michigan now, they gave up some yards against Ohio State. Bend but don't break. Number 2 against the total yards. Number 11 passing defense in the country. Number 3 rushing. Number 3 points given up this season. I think coming out of the Big Ten title game, I expect Michigan probably be back up there to number 1 nationally if they can hold Purdue in check, and then likely number 2, number 1 in both rushing and points, which would be among the best Michigan football defenses of all time. Guys, just in a few hours, 6-7 hours from now, tonight, we will be live for the College Football Playoff Top 25. Make sure you guys get in there, right? We're awarding some stickers. This is the Michigan football helmet. This will commemorate a national championship season. I've got 5-6 viewers on here. We've got Wolverine, Alaska, his daughter Leanne, John Blaze, my guy, Cool Moti, my son gave me a 20-spot, Preston Yoder, and others. It's the Michigan Football Hard Hat. If you super chat us $20 or more, you get a spot and a shout-out on almost every single show for being part of the Hard Hat crew. Be the MVP like John Blaze was a couple of years ago. Get on the show. We'll be live 6:45 p.m. Eastern, College Football Playoff Top 25 rankings. Michigan's going to be ranked number 2, I suspect. Where's Ohio State going to be ranked? Might they be ranked number 4? You're not going to want to miss tonight's show. So join us. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube.com/Michigan TV. Next question from Jeffrey O, let's just call him. I'm shocked what a performance, 3 points in the second half. Damn, JJ showed up big-time. Cornelius Johnson doing that OSU move. What a performance. Go Blue. Impressive. It was an impressive performance. I agree with that one. But what I think is the most impressive thing as you look back now, 12 games into the season, looking for a Big Ten championship here. You beat Ohio State. You beat Penn State. You beat Michigan State, right? You beat Michigan State by 22. You beat Ohio State by 22. What was the final score of the Penn State game, Jack? Look that up as we go to this next graphic. That'd be kind of wild if it was 22 points, nevertheless. In the last 7 games, Michigan has given up, folks, a total of 41-17, so that was 24. So you beat Ohio State by 22, you beat Michigan State by 22, you beat Penn State by 24, an average of 22.67 points per victory over the Big East rivals, those three big ones. Indiana, going back 7 games, 0 points. Penn State, 3 points. Michigan State, shutout. Rutgers was shut out against Michigan in the second half. Nebraska, shutout. Now, Illinois, you lost Blake Corum, so you couldn't do what you wanted to do. You couldn't control the ground. You couldn't control the ball. And then Ohio State, you knew going in Blake Corum was going to be way limited, 3 points. Over a 7-game stretch, going back to middle-ish of October, I think that's October 8th was the Indiana game. Michigan, folks, has given up 20 total points. If it wasn't for that Illinois aberration, we'd be looking at like a point per game, maybe a point and a half per game, 2.86 points per game over a 7-game stretch. That's more than half the season. And look, if Michigan didn't put in its fourth-string defense in the first 3 games of the year, there's a chance that Michigan could have, 5 points or so this entire season in the second half. But you gave up a few points here and there against Maryland in the Big Ten season. Iowa scored a few, and then in Hawaii scored a little bit in the second half. But for the most part, Michigan's defense has been among the best, I think, in college football history in the second half. And I don't know what to equate it to other than great cohesion amongst the staff, the players' focus, and the defensive guidance of Michigan defensive coordinator Jesse Minter. Let me ask you guys a question. Going back to Saturday, did you expect Michigan to win, to beat Ohio State again? Go ahead and give me a Y or N in the comments. Y for yes, N for no. Let me know honestly what you think. So add a little flavor to it. Yes, I did because. No, because. I did, right? I predicted it for weeks. I thought Michigan was going to win. I don't know if it was what I expected offensively. I probably expected more of what we saw in the fourth quarter from Donovan Edwards offensively, not necessarily the passes to Cornelius Johnson. The pass to Colson Loveland, I told you on Thursday, I said that's what's going to happen, or maybe it was Friday, whatever it was. But I did think Michigan had the defensive philosophy to stop Texas Tech of the North, a.k.a. Ohio State, and so I did expect them to win. So I'm typing in Y. Let me know what you guys think. Y or N, did you expect Michigan to beat Ohio State again? Question, comment, statement coming in from Birthday Batter. I don't know what that means, Birthday Batter, but nevertheless, pay Jesse Minter immediately. Okay, immediately. Very simple for me. Michigan needs to open up the checkbook, keep this staff together, as I kind of alluded to earlier in the show, for what I think is an epic run. A 3-year run, maybe a 4-year run, maybe longer, okay? Let me just lay it out for you here. You had to replace a defensive coordinator last year. Offensive coordinator Josh Gaddis. Okay, he was really the offensive coordinator, sure. But you don't want to lose Sharon Moore and Jesse Minter, right? You don't want to lose that. It can't happen multiple years in a row. I think it's too tough to do. I think Michigan's going to be ranked number 1, number 2, maybe number 3 at worst to start next season. So you're going on a 3-year run, unlike this program's seen in decades at this point. Do what you have to do. I don't care if it means paying Minter $2.5 million a year, same with Sharon Moore. Take this year. Take this 2 years, this 3 years, while you have J.J. McCarthy. Hell, maybe you parlay J.J. McCarthy. He stays for a 4th year. Jaden Davis comes on. He's there in 2024 to learn behind McCarthy for a season, and he takes over as a sophomore like J.J. is doing this year. Maybe things can happen. And Michigan goes on a 4, 5, 6-year run like an Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State. That's the best case scenario. What I think could hurt all of that is that Michigan moves away from their coaches, or not moves away from their coaches, doesn't retain their coaches that kind of echo. We already saw Biff Poggi leave. Now, the guys that left last year, McDonald and Gaddis, okay, they recovered from that. You can't just do a 30, 40, 50% coaching turnover every single year and expect to keep these levels of greatness. This isn't Alabama with 7 5-stars and 16 4-stars every single recruiting class. Michigan's got something going on. Pay these guys, open up the checkbook, because believe me, the season ticket waiting list is growing. Apparel's growing. Audience on this show is growing. And the money is coming in the door for Michigan. Put it to good use. Retain these coaches for absolutely as long as you can. If you watch today's entire video, make sure you go down, comment Bosa so I know who the real ones are, the MFers, the squad, the day ones, all of that. Go ahead and down and comment Bosa. I'm going to go in. If I have time today, if not, I'll do it Wednesday morning. I'll reply, show some love to every single person who comments Bosa below. So go down in the comments. Make sure by the way, you join us back here tonight, 6:45 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the top 25. We'll take questions for a little bit, top 25, and then we'll preview Michigan Purdue, and then take more of your questions live on air. And hey, if you want to donate $20, $10, $20, you can get in the hat, and you can see me do stupid human tricks like we've done over the past few weeks outside of last Tuesday when we couldn't do a live show. All right, so I will see you guys tonight, 6 or 7 hours from now. Until I do, go Blue.